I'm not unique. Maybe I'm not here at all. But the fakers blinding us with lies. The breakers of a soul. Oh, it's useless. What could it mean to wake here? What does it all mean? Can we make a difference? If we don't break out of here, wake up, get up there.
What's up guys, Morgana Days here, back again with another video. And before I start, I just wanna say that this video is not meant to hate on anyone. I am not trying to just maliciously attack people to be mean. This is just a dose of reality that Xbox clearly need. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I've been seeing a lot of Xbox fanboys eating even bigger crows recently, and this mostly has to do with Sony's amazing lineup of exclusive games for this year, and announcing release dates for God of War and Detroit Become Human. Meanwhile, in the Xbox side of things, we have Xbox hardcore fanatics, telling others that they should wait for E3, because they don't have any games at the moment.
Dude, do you guys want to know what exclusives we're getting this year? Because we know them. We do. We don't want to admit it, but we do.
We're getting. Hold on one second.
Okay, go ahead.
Gamer M, thank you for your $5. She says, "Does L Mega realize he's been saying wait till E3 for 1,460 days? Phil won't pay to the market his own shit. Now Bengals is exclusive, shaking my goddamn head.
That's hilarious. I mean, you pay money just to say some stupid shit like that, but that's fine, man. That goes on to the.
That shit for 1,460 days. Wait,
I mean, like I did.
You know, we used to tease Sony fans for that shit. There, wait till E3. Wait till E3. Now we saying this shit here. Like, come on, man.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's exactly what they're waiting for us to do. They.
Honestly speaking, I do feel bad for these Xbox dudes, and I'm rooting for Microsoft to please their fan base on this year's upcoming E3. I do believe that these guys deserve to have real exclusives on their platform. I want them to feel like they're being treated special by Microsoft, and I want them to make the console wars great again. With that being said, the PlayStation fanboys are trolling the crap out of the Xbox community. I mean, what did you expect? This is a console war, and we have one company that has been consistently delivering great quality exclusive games, while the other one has been delivering good quality exclusive controllers. So it's been going down on Twitter and on YouTube. If you guys want to see great entertainment, then follow me on Twitter, at Morgana Days. Because that's where you'll find all the funny stuff going on in the console fanboy wars. If you don't have Twitter, you're seriously missing out.
If you don't have Twitter, now is the time to get a Twitter account, people, because today was comedic gold. I was thoroughly entertained throughout work today, and it was goddamn hilarious. And if you don't know what happened, I'll, get you up to speed. Today, Quantum Break was announced for PC.
But getting back on topic, I saw this tweet from my timeline, and it reminded me of stuff from 2 years ago. The tweet is from Kratos, aka the god of Troll Station, I mean PlayStation. He says that look, when Xbox ask for PlayStation release dates, but don't have any idea when Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, or fake rumor company buyouts are coming. LOL. This is true. If you guys don't remember, 2 years ago at E3 2016, Sony had their best press conference ever. They showed games after games, after games. And the only excuse Xbox fanboys could come up with were release dates. That's the only petty thing that they could grasp on, so they could downplay the amazing E3 Sony had in 2016. And now, oh my, oh, the irony. The same games that Xbox talked smack about for not having release dates, are now just right around the corner, with actual release dates. God of War is coming out in April 20th, and Detroit Become Human is set to be released on May 25th. Meanwhile, in the Microsoft headquarters, there's only the sound of crickets. State of Decay 2 still doesn't have a release date, despite being showed and announced at the same E3 event where God of War.
Hey, ZP Assassin goes, the new God of War is looking good. Can't wait to play it in 4 years.
That's the thing. Nobody understands that Sony's all smoke and mirrors.
Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man and Days Gone were first shown to all of us.
Wow, here comes another game you'll never play.
What goes in, man?
Post-apocalyptic.
I just hate the bullshit they spew. They put these great little things out where they work on this. Sony really can capture those trees.
Marvel. Ooh.
It's the Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man!
Hey, look, Mooch is quiet. I think Mooch died.
Yeah, I like this right now, guys.
Well, I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, they are showing some games.
And don't even get me started with Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3 was announced almost 4 years ago. And the mofo still doesn't have a release date, left my fudging butt off. Oh boy. The amount of irony is too darn high. Now that you have this in mind, let's go back to 2 years ago, and let's read some funny comments from Xbox fanboys, when they were making fun of Sony games for being shown while they were still in development. Please, enjoy.
Please enjoy.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here at E3. Our mission is to make PlayStation the best place to play for gamers. And I think you'll agree that this E3 marks one of the strongest lineups of content in PlayStation history. That's a result of our commitment to partnerships with the most talented developers and storytellers in our medium.
Meredith, I dreamt there was a new God of War. Meredith,
it's true.
Meredith,
it's really true.
I dreamt that Ben's studio was working on a biker zombie apocalypse game.
Oh my gosh, there was so much good stuff. I don't even know where to start.
Meredith, I dreamt that Insomniac was making a new Spider-Man, and I dreamt that Kojima was here and Norman Reedus was here.
Norman Reedus was naked. Can we just give a girl a minute? There was a naked Norman Reedus in a Kojima game.
But you know, as a gamer, I'm here for the game, so I got to give this year to Sony simply because they did show off some new IPs. They did show off more games.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Tune into IGN for the best conference of all time talk for the next hour and a half, or maybe next year. Hey, where's my spotlight and my whiskey? I need to do a stand-up bit right now because the show ended and we're all talking, and I was watching the live feed on IGN. Why, I have no idea, and I was watching it, and of course they said it was the best conference of all time. So I want to say thank you, Sony, for a lot of CGIs and zero release date.
Yeah, so I don't know. What did you think, Mooch?
I don't know. Here's my whole thing. Let me just get into this for a second, okay? Because it's eating me up inside.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here. So from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories.
Exposed, 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 exposed.
PS4 as a whole was #in development. Tell me the release date or release year for God of War, Days Gone, Spider-Man, and Death Stranding. Spoiler alert, you can't.
God of War's release date is on 4/20. Smoke weed every day, bro. What about your State of Decay? What about Crackdown?
Okay, let's say Sony did when I want to play God of War 4 this year. Is that gonna happen? No. Now let's say MS1 I want to play Drive 4 this year. It's gonna happen, yes. So take it from there. I don't have time for in development games and a bunch of games with no release year. Come on, man. Sony didn't win. They literally announced games that they could have announced for next year's E3 instead. Sony has again, no games for this year, just like last year, and the year before that. Hashtag, still waiting for greatness.
You serious?
Xbox One E3. PlayStation equals still waiting for greatness.
Xbox equals still waiting for games.
For me, MS1. One, they showed games that come out from September to next year too. The Xbox One S looks sick AF3. Xbox Scorpio. What I want to mention. When are Sony's exclusives are being released? Somebody know? Me neither.
When are State of Decay 2 and Crackdown 3 being released? Can somebody crack the release date down already? At this rate, this dry spell will put Xbox in a much worse state of decay than ever.
Horizon was not even remotely impressive, God of War was no impressive, Days Gone was not impressive, Death Stranding was a thrown together CGI cutscene for E3, it was a joke. Sony showed 4 out of 8 games we already knew about which they already showed at last E3. 5 out of 8 of the games Sony showed are in development and don't even have release dates. One is a racing game which is already looking inferior to Forza Horizon 3, one game is The Last Guardian, one of a few games coming out this year, and it's a PS3 game that's been in development 10 years, which at this point is almost as laughable as Duke Nukem Forever. They announced more old game remasters with Crash and no new game. Half the games they showed were multiplats like Resident Evil 7, which they deceptively tried to make out like it was exclusive even though it's going on Xbox One as well. Xbox One has 4 games coming out this year, more than Sony, and games coming out in early 2017. Microsoft. Record, September 13. Forza Horizon 3, September 27. Gears of War 4, October 11th. Dead Rising 4, December. Halo Wars 2, February 21st, 2017. State of Decay 2, early 2017. State of Decay 2, early 2017. Scalebound, early 2017. Scalebound, early 2017. Sea of Thieves, in development. Sony. The Last Guardian, October 25th. Gran Turismo Sport, November 15th. Horizon, February 28th, 2017. Days Gone, in development. God of War, in development. Spider-Man, in development. Detroit, in development. Death Stranding, in development. Facts, Microsoft One.
Sony's E3 was amazing, if you don't care about release dates. I do, so I thought it sucked. At least I know Horizon is sometime next year. They showed God of War gameplay before E3. It comes out this year. I didn't see a release date.
I don't know if it's just my sunglasses, or I just became legally blind due to losing brain cells from these X-bums, but I'm still not seeing any release dates for Xbox games.
Colin Moriarty from Kinda Funny Games, a PS4 fanboy site, interviewed Sony Bend, the developers who are making Days Gone, and they told him that a 2017 release for the game was very unlikely. Seems like Sony's E3 this year was just another smoke and mirrors show just like last year.
Okay, so a similar open-world zombie game, known as State of Decay 2, was also not a 2017 game like Days Gone. So, Microsoft's E3 was also a smoke and mirrors as well, according to your logic. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Who wants to play games in 1 to 3 years? I want to play games now or this year. That's only one of the reasons why I love my Xbox One.
Did you say 1 to 3 years? I think you meant 4. Cough cough, Crackdown 3, cough cough. But at least you're better than Valve and that bumlord Gabe N. Those clowns cannot count to 3, but you can, so I'll give you a pass.
How the hell people convince themselves that Sony won, when all they showed was basically trailers of games that just started development is beyond me. Xbox will likely have Scorpio and a whole other lineup of games out before any of those games hit the shelves. Kojima's game will probably be cancelled because Sony will be almost bankrupt with the game's budget growing while also being delayed. Xbox showed games coming to market soon and made Sony go hush about Neo with the drop of Scorpio. Phil made Sony his bitch. You won't be playing most of the Sony games for years, and the ones that you might get this year is decent at best. Microsoft had lots of games they showed that we will see within this year, early next year. Microsoft One Piece bitch. These dumbass Sony fans think Sony won when they showed games that ain't coming out for years lol. Greatness truly does await and wait and wait.
There is a lot of salt in these comments about Microsoft winning E3. Why don't we go over why Microsoft actually had a great E3 compared to companies like Sony? For one, Sony had only 2 exclusives at E3, both of which were featured at their last E3, that even had a release date, let alone releasing within a year from now at their conference. They included The Last Guardian, late 2016, announced E3 2009, Horizon New Dawn, early 2017, delayed from late 2016, games without dates, Crash Bandicoot Remasters, Spider-Man, Days Gone, Detroit, Death Stranding, God of War 4.
1 hour later.
Meanwhile, Microsoft focused on games actually releasing in the next year: Cuphead, Holiday 2016, Recore, Holiday 2016, Forza Horizon 3, September 2016, Gears of War 4, October 2016, Dead Rising 4, December 2000.
2 hours later.
Microsoft's conference, Future of Xbox Hardware and Ideology, cheapest 4K Blu-ray player / Xbox Slim announced, major pro-consumer initiative that lets you play games where you want without being restricted by the Xbox. Games that can be played within the next year, and major features and improvements to their online service and console dashboard. Sony's conference, Live Concert, PSVR experience is a VR device that costs $399.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Most of the games, $60, and a bunch of games that won't be released for years to come. When it comes to spectacle, Sony won. When it comes to substance, Microsoft won. Between spectacle and substance, we all know what wins out at the end of the day.
Okay, that concludes our meeting. Meeting adjourned. Good work, everyone.